Just finishing getting set up here. And then we'll kick this off here. Welcome everyone. So we're just getting started here. We're live on Twitch and YouTube, showing off some of the features in our next build coming up here. So the one big thing I want to talk about right from the start here, April 1st, coming up tomorrow, is our 1-year anniversary of launching on Steam. We're very excited about it, and there'll be a special build going out that has a little bit of a birthday surprise in it. Otherwise, we've been hard at work with a couple of key things here I'm going to show you. On the back end, we've been doing a lot of work cleaning up memory management and other boring stuff with the whole goal of making this run smoother with no hitches if at all possible on as many machines as possible, as high as a frame rate as possible. Oh. Now onto the fun stuff. So, one of the big frustrations I had working with the leg system is I hadn't got in good connections of leg blocks to other stuff to leg blocks. Thankfully, that is now fixed. So I'm going to show off in the new creature builder some of the really terrifying stuff you can do with legs now. This really opens up a whole nother level of interaction and playing with how you want to build your creatures. It's more creativity, less rules, which is always a big goal of ours. So, before, if you placed a leg, placing another leg on it didn't really work. Not anymore. Ta-da! Okay, so that's a little fun. It's nice that you won't have the floating tentacle monsters anymore, as fun as they were. It was a bug and it has been fixed. However, you can do a lot more fun things with tentacles and such. So, one of the features we had was the idea of leg chains, or arm chains I should say, where they all smoothly animate, and now we can do really disturbing things with it. There we go. Look at that. So essentially any leg that you add to a creature that doesn't reach the ground because of its position or its flexibility instead animates as an arm right now. And what that means is that it will all slowly run through its walk cycle like arms would while you're walking at a different rate than the actual legs do. So that gives us this whole extra dimension of terrible creatures we can make. You can also do fun stuff like, let me give this cat additional tentacle legs. I guess cat legs. Most of this is not a cat. And now as it walks, both the cat legs and the octopus legs should animate. Ah! Well, that's scary. You'll also notice that there's a right click here. So one of the annoyances that's been brought up in the past, and it was specifically actually brought up on our stream here, I believe, 2 weeks ago, was that feeding carnivores oftentimes got really difficult. So let me go ahead and give this guy a neck he'll be able to use. So we can feed him. One thing I added a while back that I don't know if we ever officially announced, the eyes track you while you're building. Oh, that's super creepy. Love it. Okay, so now he is our happy little guy here. So now I can right click and feed him a life block. So this should make it a lot more easy to deal with feeding carnivores in bulk. Now we have our nice, happy, terrifying monstrosity. I'm not happy yet. Better pet him some. Okay, so now we have a nice happy snake, pig, octopus, dog thing. So yeah, so that's one of our big things that'll be coming out with our next major release. So your creatures with the new arm code can do lots of spasming and all sorts of terrible stuff here. You can see everything follows and connects correctly. Legs to legs work, anything to legs. You can do these long leg chains, like. So this is kind of fun. Let's make them more ridiculous. Welcome to anyone just joining us. This is CHKN. We're showing off some of our new features for 3.3, which will be our next major release. Right now I'm showing off how legs connecting to legs is now working. Or anything connecting to legs, I should say. So there's still a little bit of collider work to make these things a little bit more seamless, but you can see we now have this really terrifying stalk-like creatures. And you can now feed that, and what was the other? Oh, the that is a distinct possibility. Sometimes we have really great user interaction, sometimes not. But you should definitely jump in if you haven't played for ages. It is really, really growing quickly as a game. Again, part of our key core features we want to make sure is as good as possible, is making sure this creature creation is really as unlimited as we can make it and looks good and functions good. Well, I say looks good. Probably looks horrifying is a better, more realistic goal. And we're hard at work at additional features that will be coming out soon to improve specifically a lot of the frustration points when working with your creatures. Specifically in the future, you will be able to resurrect a dead creature. I think that's all I'm going to reveal for right now until we're completely done with it and happy with it, but we can see how much effort and energy everyone puts into their creatures and building, and we want to make sure that your experience isn't, oh, I built a creature and now it's dead and I spent all that time and it's gone forever. Because that's not fun. So yeah, so those are the quick 2 new features I wanted to point out. And again, tomorrow is our birthday. Theoretically, your limits are all defined by your orb limit, which is up in the upper right here. Right now, I'm in creative, so it's infinite. You can't add anything to the creature outside of the build sphere, though. Well, at least you're not supposed to. There's some things you can do to bug around that. But, essentially, you would only be limited by how many you can fit in this giant sphere. And the truth is that those get already super ginormous, and you probably shouldn't make something that big. We do want to bring flying in. That is, so one of our big focuses moving forward in the next, I'll say couple of months. I don't want to promise something, any dates yet, but we want to expand the number of abilities that creatures have greatly, both attack abilities as well as defense abilities. Flying will likely be past that because flying creates a whole bunch of additional challenges on the design end of things. Since once, hey, if a creature can fly, why would I ever not fly? So we have to create the right limiting factors for that. And one of the other really crazy things you can do with the new the new attaching to leg mechanics that finally are here. I say finally because I was the developer in charge of making this, getting this working. It took me a while to get it just right. But all the math is good, and now I can do stuff like this. Okay. Oh, that's great. So now he has a wobbly head. And he is very confused about this. Right. So yeah, so this was the main thing I wanted to show you. Octopus tentacles make the best noise. Well, you could do some really horrible stuff even further with this if you really... The one problem with working with live creatures is it oftentimes gets really, really bad when you're So I'm now riding on blocks attached to a leg chain, and it's, yeah, it's a little wild. So I'm going to stop that in case anyone has bad vertigo or is now developing it from that. But, yes, he likely has a terrible headache now. But he's happy because I fed him and pet him. Let's give him a ball to play with. Go get it. Oh, this is fantastic. You got it, yay! Clowny? Clowny? I can rename it to Clowny. His name is now Clowny. He's a tamed Clowny. So yeah, so that was the main feature I wanted to show you guys today. We have a little bit more time, so I'm going to go ahead and switch over to adventure mode. Because a common question we get is kind of how do you approach adventure mode right now? We do a lot of playing around here on our stream in creative mode because it is a lot of fun. I don't have this open to multiplayer right now because this is a local development build directly on my computer, not released yet. If you are interested in seeing what's coming up, though, most of these features are always available on our pre-release branch in Steam. You can look on our forums if you're interested in checking that out. It's a good way to preview, hey, what's coming up, as well as give us feedback. So we go ahead and return to title here. And let's start a new adventure game. Breaking the egg. Gotta break the egg. So key smart thing to do, at least in adventure mode for your first creature here, is to use all of the blocks that you have. You'll notice the stats on the right there. Even adding something like this little red thing just gave me 5 more hit points. That becomes kind of important when you're trying to be as optimal about how you're doing things as possible. Little numbers here and there help. So just adding those extra fun details while making my creature look much better also increased all of his stats across the board. Okay. Here. You're supposed to fall at the beginning of the game. One thing we are doing a lot of planning and work on is how we're going to expand the game, specifically before this part of creation, life creation, because we really want the initial experience to be a lot cleaner and a lot more obvious about, hey, you know, what can I do on this island of things? So one important thing one of the reasons I wanted to show you this, one of the tough parts about this first open areas is there's lots of herds of creatures. We've gone ahead and removed those, so there's only solo creatures out here. So yeah, so that only being one instead of a whole group of them now means that I can go ahead and individually pick off these creatures in the wild. which makes a lot of this early game a lot easier to deal with. Another key thing when playing adventure mode, these trees here, the thin ones, super easy to break, great source of wood, also the main source of sap. Come on, cut it down. Thank you. And of course, now that I've told you this, I happen to have the rare chance of getting no sap from that tree. It's not just murdering chickens. There's lots of playing nice and being friendly with chickens, too. There we go. Now we got some sap. So this area off to the left here is actually a really... If you want to take it slow and move slowly through the beginning of this game, there's a lot of... This area over here has a lot of fruit, has a couple easy to kill creatures, lots of tree resources, excellent starting area. We're going to move a little bit faster though. Make sure my creature's following me. Oh man, they've already reproduced to 3. Luckily, we don't actually need to care about those guys at the moment. We are looking at how we're going to rebalance the game moving forward to make sure that you don't run into these big... He's hungry and sad. So there you go. That helps a lot. Okay, so now that I've collected... Ooh, somebody killed a chicken. And now I got some free parts. Awesome. So one of the most important things when playing adventure mode is finding a smaller group of sheep here. That herd is a little big already, so I'm going to avoid it for now. Instead, I'm just going to pick a bunch of food. So the reason why sheep are really important is one of the key items you're going to want to have is a bed. And if we look at the bed in our workshop, I'm going to have to build a workbench first. So we look at the actual recipe for the bed. I'm suffering from refrigerator blindness. I can't see it. Oh, right, it's in the wood mill. Right, so anyways, what we're going to do then is quickly chop down a few trees. And we're going to continue moving into the island. I do have enough parts I could build a second creature right now, but I don't want the additional upkeep just yet. What I'm going to do here is just try to move through this towards that first beam in a relatively quick manner. Those are cows, stay away from those. There we go. Okay, so I'm starting to get a decent amount of blocks to go. It's good. I'm going to need at least 8, I believe, chicken-type blocks or sheep blocks to build a bed. And I'm also going to need plenty of wood. Luckily, wood is widely available right now. Palm trees are one of the easiest ones to cut down, so usually grab some palm trees, grab some rubber trees, keep moving forward. Let's grab a torch just so we don't forget to later. So as always in chicken, constant keeping your creatures full and happy is key. Great name, Tycho. He's officially Cluxina. Okay, we're getting pretty good on wood now. Ooh, I already have one of those. Oh well, now I got two. Okay, I can see a herd of dogs up ahead, so that's good. I'm getting to roughly the right part of the game I want to be in for this next bit. Okay, now we have the ever fun gigantic, how to fit all these things in here. Actually, third-person mode can be a lot easier for placing the mills. Okay, so I still need a few more chicken buys. I have 4, I need 8. So let's go chicken hunting. Where's my buddy? There you are. Ooh, there's some sheep up there. Ooh, there's a chicken. I think it's an elephant chicken, and there's a herd of them. There's this solo beefy cow here, though. I'm gonna try to be smart and not go after him, though. Instead... Okay, I'm gonna need a little bit of help. My creature is getting, Trump really wants to get close to me, but can't because of the build sphere, so he's having a little bit of an identity crisis. Let's see. Always want to add a couple extras, like we said before, get those stats up. So his health is still a little on the low side, but if he doesn't last, that's okay. Because he has a very specific purpose. And he looks fabulous. Okay. Alright, so whoa. Easy there, baby cow. Alright, so between the two of them, I'm doing 16 damage. He can 3-shot them, though. Okay. There it is. I'm heading back towards my base area now that I have my 2 companions. It's starting to get close to nighttime. Let's go take a look at these sheep. Let's see if we might be able to handle these guys. They might be... Oh yeah, we're gonna take all of them out. No problem. Famous last words, but... Okay. So key thing, we're getting ourselves fully fed before we fight. We want to make sure our creatures are mostly fed. There's Cluxina. And let's see. We still need a name for this guy. I'm just going to call you Fabulous. Yes, I can see your comments, Isaac Schultz. And hello, Rassel over on Twitch. I can read your comments. I have been following along. That's why we have a tamed Cluxina. And now I've named this Fabulous. I don't think he's going to be around too long, so I have to nod now too. I'm a real person. I'm a developer on Chicken, and we're going to make a couple more torches. So this is the best way for taking down herds of sheep. Once I find where that herd went to. There they are. We would love to... Oh, there's some giraffes over by the base. We absolutely would love to do some VR applications of Chicken. However, we are a small team, and right now VR just isn't quite there as a market to support the development, but it is something to keep your eyes open for the future. Sammy the Strange? Okay. The next one's is going to be quite weird, so I'm totally fine with that. So Wild Fabulous, he went wild. Uh-oh. I could probably pet him. There we go. He got really sad. He lost so much health. What I'm going to do is I'm going to bring him back to the base so he's out of... Not quite as bad. So you notice now it's gotten to be nighttime, but you can still slightly see. We listened, we heard that the nighttime was getting to be a little bit too dark. The game is live now on Steam. It is an early access, so we're at 0.3.2. This is 0.3.3 that I'm currently working on, but it is available for purchase right now for $15. I'm showing off some of the stuff in adventure mode since we end up showing off creative so much on this stream. As it is, adventure mode has probably 20-ish hours of content in it already, and the creative mode is... personally, I've put hundreds of hours into creative mode already, partially in testing, partially because it is just insanely fun, especially with multiplayer. We have 8-player multiplayer. We have Steam Workshop support, so you can share your creatures. I am in adventure mode right now, so I can't show that off just yet. But let's go ahead and move this along quickly, because we're going to be not doing too super long of a stream today. However, loving the turnout, loving the interaction, guys and gals. The noise. Oh, sorry. So that is something that will be fixed in a future version. Something we do find to be very important. We know that you don't actually want to hit your creatures most of the time. Yes, it is almost our birthday. We will have been on Steam Early Access for 1 year tomorrow, April 1st. And there is a surprise in the game. So if you have the game or you don't have it yet, how many streams have we done? A lot. We've been doing weekly streams for a few, I want to say almost a couple months now. And we did a lot more initially as well. When we were showing off the multiplayer portion of the game, which is so much fun. I can't get over how much fun this game is becoming, especially with all of the features we've been adding. Okay, so now I am trying to find some more creatures to harvest. There they are. It is not a birthday hat. We thought about it. We want to add a lot more flavor type stuff like hats. Okay, my Cluxine is still fine, so we're okay. I have no idea what happened to Fabulous. I'm hearing a lot of buying though, so that's... Well, no, it's not that I don't like the sheep. It's specifically I need their blocks. It's nothing personal, I swear. He's still doing well. So Cluxine is still okay. Torches are one of the best weapons, especially... Oop, that's a Gyrostrider. I think we can take him, actually. First, it's time for Cluxine to get big. I have to get a little creative here because I have a wildly different subset of blocks. I'm also getting close to the orb limit here. So let's see, what do I got for mouse? I got a couple sheep mouse. Can I afford them in my budget? Yes! Good. So we noticed his health has been way jacked up, which is awesome. Nope, can't put that on. Yes, Cluxina has evolved. We gave him some sheep arms here. Makes him a little tank-like. I'm cool with that. Oops. Oh, I gave him sheep mouth, and I forgot. I'm like, oh, now all I can hear is the cries of the herd of sheep I've destroyed. I'm a monster. All right, let's go, Cluxina, go! Get back here. You're supposed to die. Come on, I need your delicious chicken blocks. Ah, those long legs. Where'd he go? Ooh, palm sheep. Yes, we are not planning on adding vehicles because, as everyone in the chat has also pointed out, the creatures are your vehicles, the creatures are your tools, the creatures are everything. As well as apparently lost at the moment. In the middle of the night. Well, luckily you can act as your own poacher machine gun. So I've managed to already... hey! He made it back! Hooray! That likely means he finished off that giraffe, but where he ended up, I have no idea. So we're just going to take out this palm sheep, because it's sleeping and isn't suspecting anything. But yeah, so we're starting to run towards the end of the stream here, and I'd like to do some more fun stuff. So I'm going to go ahead and use the developer command to switch this game to creative. Let's make it, let's make it 11 o'clock a day. Boom. Good morning, everyone. We are now in creative mode. So now I can do some fun stuff here. So, yes. The poachers do have an airship we haven't brought into the game entirely yet. But, if you wanted to act just like that... Stop moving. Perfect. Once you... In adventure mode, the poachers start coming out much later in the game now, so I'd actually have to defeat that first beam before they would ever show up in my game. But... I am now riding Cluxina with a dart gun. Well, so let's talk a little bit more about this, because this is actually a really interesting point. So, in Chicken, you're talking about, oh, I want to put weapons on things. So you can, because the creatures themselves are a weapon. So let's look at some of our ability blocks, for example. So one of my favorites, actually, especially if you're playing multiplayer and you really want to piss off your friends, this is the go-to strategy. Octopus beaks can be used to throw... Oh, I reached the other... Alright, 1 second. This is silly. Because I switched in the middle of the game, I'm going to have to save and quit because I want to show you a couple quick features that are coming up in chat on YouTube here. So key thing with, like, let's say we want to have, I'm not online, so I can't show you Steam. So you want to have a creature that has some abilities, let's say. We'll need a saddle as well. Oh man, I suck at counting apparently. Oh well. He's gonna be a little lopsided. Welcome, welcome to anyone joining us. We are streaming CHKN Live. I'm one of the developers, and I'm showing off. Well, I was showing off some stuff that is new in our current, our next version of the game that will be coming out shortly. But I wanted to, since we were getting close to the end and wrapping up, I wanted to show off some features that were being asked about. So. What I'm doing here is making this wonderful creature. That's where I'm going to sit. So instead of thinking, I want to make, I want to put a weapon on my creature. I want to put a machine gun or whatever. That's not really how CHKN works particularly. Instead, what you would do is say, what abilities can I give my creature by using specific blocks in order to make this a little more interesting? So here, let me spawn some creatures that I actually won't immediately die to. Wrong egg. Oh, he's going to be big and gnarly. Perfect. So I have a little dog creature down here. I tell my creature to attack, and hey look, his octopus mouth will shoot ink at him. And now I can ride him while he's doing it. Oh, we're being attacked. Oh no, I've been hit with ink. But so the idea is, instead of thinking, oh, I want to make a car or something, you so saddle on a faster creature. You want to have something that shoots something, you can use one of the various mounts that have attacks. So we want to make something a little bit more powerful. We could jump into blocks here. We can make a dragon-based creature that shoots fire, or my personal favorite, something with elephant trunks that shoots water. Now, what you might be thinking, oh, fire, that's so much cooler. However, water has major knockback in our game right now. So I can do something fun like this. So since all he has is regular life blocks on the ground, he's going to move very slowly. However, all of his mouths are shooting up. Yes, there are the poachers do have mech dinos in the game. They're released much later on as they're a more powerful enemy. I forgot a key part of this creature type, which I have to give him charge to make him faster. Not quite yet, but Dr. Poncho, that is definitely going to be in this game, though. There he goes. And it killed him. Oh, it never gets old. Oh, I could just do this every stream. I could just do this for a couple hours. But yes, it is planned for when you go to ride your creature for you to be able to manually control its abilities. Part of that's going to come as we do our larger creature ability updates, which will be sometime in the near future. Oh, he's sad, so he's not going to listen to me. So yes, in the future, when you are riding your creature via the saddle, you will be able to throw you will be able to manually trigger all your stuff. Yes, Isaac, you can already totally do that. We actually have an arena game. Yeah, the abilities, honestly, it's one of our biggest features we're excited for is expanding all of these abilities, because they really are what give these creatures that extra sauce. What we'd really like to do, and we're looking into the feasibility of this, is have some more unlocked type abilities. So right now I put a horn just on the front of this creature, he gets charge. In the future, though, if I put a horn on the end of a chain of blocks, he might get a stab attack or a piercing attack. Actually, that in our original spec, Isaac, we had the idea. So for those watching on Twitch, and YouTube, they're asking, if we ever wanted to have a crowd on the arena. I looked away. Oh, that's not going to end well for him. Fire! Fire! It's your only hope! You're gonna die! Oh no! Kill him! Kill him! Aww. And thus passes miniature launch pad. But yes, our original spec for the arena workshop, the workshop world we put together, which you can play right now, had poachers as the audience all around you cheering for you. And then it went off in a whole tangent where we were thinking maybe there's this whole side quest for the poachers where you end up being put in this arena as part of the actual adventure mode game. So that'll be much further down the road, but yes, that is something that we wanted to. Yes, the launch pad is dead. Long liveth the launch pad. I do have a bigger launch pad saved to workshop. If you look up my main screen name, GWW2, on the workshop, you can see all of the creatures I've created specifically to show off in streams like this. Right now I'm in a developer build, so I'm offline, so I can't show you that right this moment. Check out any of our previous things. I always bring out the launch pad at the end just to launch everything up in the air because it's way too much fun not to right now. And so much fun that is really something we're going to add a lot more to in the future, which is more abilities, more fun. We want the charge attack to feel fun. We want to have more attacks and more interesting things. And then to counter that, there's going to be defensive abilities. So maybe you give your creature a shield or other such things, depending on how you build the creature. We're going to work on this game till it's done. we have a rough epic roadmap for the next year of content and features that we're adding to the game. But we're currently taking a huge look at what adventure mode is going to be. Right now we're on our goal is to be 1.0 in a little over a year. At which point the game will likely also be more expensive. We are in early access. It's a very inexpensive game right now for the amount of content and fun and joy. Everything I've just done you can do, and I've only even scratched the surface. I haven't done any of the multiplayer. Up to 8 people all playing at once doing things. Take a look at our previous streams, please. Likely the next stream I'll do will be a multiplayer stream where you're all welcome to join me if you have the game. Yeah, so that's... Thank you, Isaac. Please pick up the game if you haven't already. I'm going to go ahead and post links to our Steam community page, because that is where, yes, 8 people all playing in the same game. It is absolutely ridiculous. Originally, we have the tech to go even more, but right now we're scheduled always for Fridays. Usually at 2 p.m. we have a large meeting. The game is $15 right now. Let me get the link for the store page for everyone here in chat. And you are getting a ton of value for that $15. We were just at South by Southwest. We were up for the Gamers Voice Award, which we did not win. We were very close, but we lost to Owlboy. But it was actually, you could buy our game for the cost for less than 2 slices of pizza there. And it is a ton of fun. It just creates these fun moments and these hilarious things that happen. I could just fly around in the world and instigate a couple fights here and there, and it's just like, hey, let me throw some creatures in here and see what happens. And we now have a whole scriptable block system. We really just want to make a great game, Isaac. Of course, it is a business. It is on... Yes, we go on sale. Our last sale was when we released multiplayer. We're currently in a cooldown period till our next sale. But yes, we do go on sale when we're able to. So this is one of the boss creatures. He came out of the temple there, so he's just gonna kind of tear through everyone here. There's all of these life blocks are in game. I can't even count them, there's so many. And again, thank you for checking us out. I'm going to have to wrap it up here. Please, if you have any questions, ask on the forum. On our community forum, let me link that real quick. Well, this game has pizza in it. See, Isaac? Everyone gets pizza. You get a pizza, and you get a pizza, and you get... They're only really the herbivores are going to eat it. If the carnivores eat it, they're going to get sick. Yeah, add it to your wish list. Check it out. Again, we have tons of videos. We have a lot of YouTube content. This game, if you're interested in getting into streaming or YouTubing at all, this game is fantastic for it. It is a lot of fun. It's a multiplayer is up and running right now. That'll be our next stream. We'll probably check that out. But yeah. So thank you all for joining us. I'm signing off.